Oh, hello. How are you? Just great movies for a Tuesday night with Going to the Pictures. Hello, Matt. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
And the one, the only Northern English bastard.
Hail, you beautiful bastards. How are you all doing?
Yeah, I love that. You did the line right there. Hail to everybody in the chat. We were supposed to have Z3PO with us, but he's having a bit of a clam issue. So if he doesn't join us, so be it. If he does join us, so what? Well, let's just carry on. That sounded wrong. I didn't mean it like that. You know how I meant it, didn't you?
Yeah,
No?
we know what you meant.
Yeah, of course. Hail to everybody in the chat as well. Just because we're going to try and just keep on track tonight, we will bring up the chat on screen a little bit later. But if you drop me a cheeky super, obviously that'll come up on the screen a lot sooner. So if you want to get yourself on screen, send us a pot knackered voucher. That sounds a bit stupid, doesn't it? But I know what I mean. Anyway, let's get on with it. Now, you've watched this for the first time today, didn't you, Bastard?
Yes, I did. Very underrated movie. I'm glad I caught it.
This is why we do just great movies, because we try and bring attention to films that have more than likely gone under everybody's radar. Now, does anybody know anything exciting about Douglas Trumbull before I bore you to death?
Not a thing. I saw it for the first time. I saw it for the first time last night. So I popped my cherry as well. So I'm ready for an education.
Oh, nice. You're not walking like John Wayne or Scott, are you? Anyway, Douglas Trumbull was the chap behind the special effects for 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, great.
And also, he took over the special effects for Star Trek The Motion Picture when everything went pear-shaped. He came in and sorted...
I could kind of see that as well, the 2001 thing, especially when it goes straight to especially at the ending.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Douglas Trumbull was a bit of a genius because the film was conceived as an introduction to Trumbull's ShowScan 60 frame a second 70mm process. Now, it didn't take off, but somebody thought, 70mm in like really big widescreen. I know, we'll call it IMAX. So he basically inadvertently invented IMAX, and somebody came along and took the idea away from him.
There you go.
He wasn't too bothered because this film put him off filmmaking for several years after the production because it went into production hell. But we will talk about that a little bit later on because there's more to this story than it kind of evolves during the production. Things are going great. Then something happens. And, when they met, it was murder. If you know what I mean. Anybody get that reference?
No.
Heart to Heart?
Oh.
No, what's that one? I'm going to have to watch that one.
Yeah. This is Jonathan Hart, a self-made millionaire. He's quite a guy.
Oh, yeah, Robert Wagner.
Now I get it.
Yeah, there we go. So we start with this, Brainstorm, and it opens with a lot of static and a lot of noise, like somebody's trying to tune into something. And then it's like a bit of a test card. It's like somebody's trying to tune something in, and we hear these voices. And we open up on a laboratory where they're inventing a machine. They don't exactly tell you what this machine's for, but it's they're trying to record brain patterns, right, onto a special kind of tape, which it's weird because it's like a CD but on tape. Did you notice that about the tape?
Yeah, it's like Christmas decorations, doesn't it, in a way? Just sort of real.
It's like Poundland called They Want the Fucking Bunting Back.
Yeah. But it is good introduction, though, isn't it? Just setting up what you're in for as well. You're just already trying to put the pieces together on what they're doing here with all these weird contraptions.
But this is par for the course. In some of these they almost become like hippie communes, but they put a load of scientists together in a very creative environment, and they give them free range and free will and a couple of $1 million just to see what they can come up with. And this rings true about this film because The people that are actually backing them and paying the bills turn out to be quite clandestine. This is Gordy, and he's wearing this contraption on his head, and he's trying to tune in on a test pattern. At the other end of this device is Christopher Walken. He plays Dr. Michael Brace. And, they don't, it's not very evident at first what this machine does, but it obviously records brain patterns. What the end result is beyond me, but they finally tune into this test pattern. So they've kind of cracked it. Now, what's happening is they're going to try and record the experiences of one person and put them into the mind of another person. So basically like a VR, but for real. So, we get a shot of this guy. This is Hal. He's like an office manager type person. And he becomes a good guy in the end. He's a bit shifty because he's a bit of a bootlicker at this point. And this is, anybody know who this is? Louise Fletcher from Deep Space Nine. She played Kai Wynn.
Yeah.
And she plays Dr. Lillian Reynolds, serial chain smoker and part-time genius. I bet she smells like fucking 20 Bensons. Ooh, lovely. Smells like ashtray.
Oh, like a walking dog end.
Oh, de Vera. Oh, do you like bingo, love? Imagine getting Flav says in the chat, smoking at work. How I miss those days. Hey, where I work, they still fucking do it. Not supposed to. So this is quite interesting. Lillian gets the old reflex hammer out and knocks Gordy on the knee. Now look at that. Walken's got a mug of tea, his fags, his mobile, all on that tray there. And she taps Gordy's leg. Buff, it's all on the floor. So she's essentially transmitted Gordy's reflex action through into Christopher Walken's mind. He's reacted. Hello, Destron. Thank you for joining us. They're taking these slates, so they're actually recording stuff in real time, and it's all being documented, but it's all good stuff. Now, this is where it gets quite interesting because Gordy's like, I'm a bit peckish. So if you notice, Lillian's always sparking up.
Yep.
I wonder, because we're all English here, can we get away with saying fag without YouTube getting too fucking mardy about it?
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't.
Just try it.
That was funny. I said fag and lost 2 punters. Oh, well, never mind. So Gordy goes to this chef guy, Chef Bernie. Just look at that. He's got Twinkies and nachos and peanut butter and what looks like
typical
squirrel
American
diarrhea.
diet.
Yeah. I can taste the diabetes in the screen right
now.
now.
It's like, fucking hell, you'll need a week on Slim Fast after this bastard. But look at that. Got beer and everything. Pop. Oh, he's in his aisles here. Cherries. So he basically has steak with marshmallow sauce on the top, peanut butter, and a cherry. And he's like taking a bite of it, and he's like, yeah, good shit. And Walken's doing the chewing at the other end. Wouldn't that be good? You know, if you were a serial fat bastard, you could be wired up to this and get some thin person eating all your food for you, and you could enjoy all the taste, but without the calories, and the thin bastard would actually get fat while you're getting thin. Yeah.
You probably feel his Connery attack as well.
So they go to another room, and this is like a music room, and they're testing out sounds. So Hal gets slated here, and then they kick out this really like weird deep bass note, and Walken just looks normal for a change. That's a normal look for Christopher Walken, isn't it? I can see you walking around the corner. I try and do it, and I sound like fucking Woody Allen. I wish I could do his voice. I really do, because he's like got the coolest I don't give a fuck about oat voice. It's just so cool. Oh, look. Fucking hell. She must have bollocked that right down. Because she just sparked up a minute ago, now she's sparking another one.
Yeah, which also adds to the health problems, which becomes their undoing later on.
God, and I bet she's got money for bennies. I bet. What do you reckon, Matt? Do you think they're bennies she's smoking, or Lambert and Butlers?
Back in them days, mate, probably, I don't know, silk cut.
Oh, no, they're definitely not silk cut.
No, you know, a bit stronger than him. Got to be Marlboros then, haven't they?
God, who smokes silk cut? Nobody.
Yeah, it used to be good for skinning up with.
Ooh, I like it. Controversial.
Straight in now.
Now, if you look at Gordy's helmet, that just sounds fucking wrong, doesn't it? Look at Gordy's helmet. Lovely. There's all this steam coming off it. That's not actually steam, it's liquid nitrogen, because these helmets and transmitters and stuff like that rely on superconductors that have to be chilled. So there's a lot of liquid nitrogen involved. Now, Gordy's gone to see his favourite bit on the side. There's this monkey, and she's connected up to a load of probes and connectors and stuff. And Gordy says, is this on a standard plug? So they must use standardized plugs on these experiments. Because Gordy is a proper twat. So he swaps his helmet for the chimp's output. It doesn't end well, because now Christopher Walken's seeing things from a monkey's perspective, which he's not too impressed about, because he's like, hey, what the hell is going on? I can't do it. And did any of you guys do a Christopher Walken? Go on, give it a go.
Hey, stop monkeying around. I won't tolerate that. That's
better than mine.
It's still shit.
No. Honestly, compared to mine, you make me sound like fucking, what's his name? Mike Yarwood. If you get the joke.
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, I'm showing my age. So anyway, all these panels and shit light up because of the monkeying around. And Lillian disconnects old Christopher Walken from the system. Hey, this is like a precursor for the Matrix in a way.
In it.
Like a neural interface.
Matrix are pretty much ripped off a lot. I mean, they ripped off. I'm pretty sure they ripped off Dark City, and
they definitely did
as well. Yeah,
yeah. We covered that about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I think the title's Matrix Before the Matrix. Only a year before, though. So anyway, she checks out Christopher Walken, and then Gordy comes back, and then he starts doing all these chimp noises. Says, "There's something fucking wrong with you, you fucker." Yeah. There we go. I get it a go. Not as good as yours, though, bastard. I can't say bastard.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. So anyway, they celebrate because, by Jove, they've cracked it. So they celebrate with a beer, which is good because they've been working on this a long time. Now, Christopher Walken, being a scientist, is eco-friendly, and he's got this weird fucking it's like he's pinched somebody's rally chopper, and he's made it look not like a rally chopper. So the kid who left this outside the local shop, they've come out expecting their gear knob. Because you always used to pinch everybody's gear knobs, didn't you, off rally choppers? Because somebody had pinched yours. So you'd pinch one off the next one. Did that ever happen to you guys?
No.
Or did you never remember? Did you never own a chopper?
Yeah.
So he's riding this thing home. It's like a Sinclair C5 what actually works.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm saying something there. Do you know,
I went half an hour to get out of the office. It's so big and ridiculous.
Do you know, I went to a retro gaming thing about 10 years ago, and they had a Sinclair C5 there. And this fat bloke's, oh yeah, I've always wanted to have a go in one of these. And he got in the fucking thing, and it didn't half creak. And he took it for a spin round this place. It were in Colville in Leicester, Snibston. It were a science museum. And he took it for a spin round, come back. It took 4 of us to get the fat fuck out of the thing. He couldn't get out of it. And I'm sure he cracked the bottom of it because his arse was so lardy. I don't reckon much to these Sinclair C5s. No, and the bloke who owns it don't reckon much to fucking you fat twat. So anyway, I keep calling him Christopher Walken. Well, Dr. Michael Brace gets home, and his lad's there, and that's his missus, played by Natalie Wood. And that bloke at the back is Barry. Because they're an estranged couple, she's got a fella on the go and does it in front of him. Now, does that make him a cook?
Yeah.
And he's like, hello, Barry, you're still walking. I'm going to keep practicing. I will get there. I'm not as good as yours, though, bastard. I will keep trying, though. I'm going to make it my mission. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So anyway,
he's a very good-looking woman, though. She was in this movie.
Yeah, she was 43 at the time of the filming of this film. It was done in 1981, but the film didn't come out till 1983. We will discuss in great detail why things went a bit pear-shaped. And look at him raising his glass like, yeah, you fucking cook, I'm boning your missus tonight, you twat.
In his house as well?
Yeah. In his bed, on her tits. Oh, sorry. Anyway, she's like, help Christopher Walken. He's going to be knobbing me in a bit. So anyway, he's living in the garage, in a room at the side of the garage. He's got a little mini fridge and everything, but he's obsessed with the Wright brothers. And he's like, yeah, look at me, I'm in the basement. I bet you any money he's under his own bedroom and he can hear the bed springs going. That'd be such the fucking ultimate insult. Jesus.
Or worse, anyway, he's next door and he's got a hole in the wall and he watches.
Yeah. So they've taken pictures of these helmets, what these guys have been making.
Phrasing.
And he's like, can you make them any smaller? So anyway, they bring the rest of the team in. And they're like, oh, well, what are we doing here? You've had some good news, haven't you? And Hal's like, oh, fuck, you've dropped me in shit now. Gaffer's dropped me in shit. You'll not be getting invited to office do now. So anyway, this is Cliff Robertson, Uncle Ben from the original, well, not the original Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans. It looked a lot different then, but then again, there is about 17 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
But Cliff Robertson played some great roles.
Yeah, 3 Days in the Condo as well. I mean, it was like the first time I saw Uncle Ben playing a villain.
Yeah. It was a bit like that, wasn't he?
Mm.
And the thing
is a little bit here, though, isn't he? I mean, he kind of comes across like he's on the side, but at the same time, he's also selling them out.
Well, it's his job. You know, he's paying the bills what keep these people in a creative world of luxury so they can invent stuff willy-nilly. And they've got to pay the piper in the long run, and that's his job.
Mm.
He's running this research place. He's not doing it for their benefit. He's doing it so he can sell the technology onto the highest bidder. It's just business. But do you remember Hob from RoboCop 2, that kid?
Yeah, that kid.
That's what I imagine him to look like now, because he's grown up. He'd look like a Cliff Robertson. God, that kid was everywhere. He was in Star Trek The Next Gen and loads of other films. And where the fuck is he now? I'll have to IMDb it in a bit.
Yeah, check him out.
I'm really hoping he made it out of the acting business mentally intact, anyway, for lack of a better term.
Destron says he can see the resemblance. Anyway, because they've done so well, they more or less said, well, we can't go any further. We need this new chip. What doesn't need to be cryogenically cooled, and it still acts as a superconductor. And he says, there you go, there's your chip. And she's holding it in front of her there. So that is going to help them make the next leap forward in the development of this technology. Now, the thing is, the only reason he's giving it him, he wants to make it as portable as possible. I wonder why. It's business after all. So anyway, Uncle Ben, not the rice, he's quite happy. He's like, yeah, I'm going to make some fucking dollar out of this. He's going to be in a hotel room in Atlanta with 2 hookers and a shitload of coke. And I don't mean the pop. So anyway, Christopher Walken gets home and there's people looking around his house. Because they're estranged now, Karen Brace and Michael Brace, they're calling it a day, but obviously they're living in the same house. How come is it he's in the fucking garage in a like a utility room, and they've got all that space? Look how fancy that place looks. That looks really dapper.
Do you know what I mean? That house probably got about 20 bedrooms.
And Barry's done his missus in every one.
Twice on Sundays.
Yeah. How's it going, Barry? I've just done your missus in your bed. Hey, and I poked my finger up a shitbox while I was doing it from behind. So anyway, you can see there it says Flight Research Simulation Lab. Now that van's got the recording equipment in it, the mind recording equipment. Gordy's wearing a helmet. I'm not going to get bored of saying helmet tonight, I don't think. And he's doing some flight simulation stuff. and he's having a whale of a time here. Now, this thing, because it's been scaled down a little bit already, they can put all their sensors for the receive and transmit of the brain patterns directly out of that without too much fuss and bother. So that's been recorded onto this fancy pants tape. I really like that because all that shit looks legit like it would actually do that, because it kind of wraps around heads and stuff like that, like a VHS. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like they've done the fucking homework. They're not daft.
Looks like something out of Xanadu.
It's like Betamax's bigger brother. So Gordy has a few more experiences. He has some like Formula go-karting shit. He goes chasing an imaginary fox. He's the hunt leader. And he goes to Waterworld, and he picks up... I don't know, he's got a talent. Wherever he goes, he can pick Fanny up. He's a Fanny magnet. So he goes on a water slide with these two dolly young lasses. And look at that, Louise Fletcher's character. She's sparking up again. And they're all watching the output from Gordy's video camera. And they're all pissing themselves laughing. Look at her. I bet you any money now she looks a right bag of shit. But she looks quite biffy there, don't she, that lass?
How long did it take you to save that screenshot at the right moment?
I don't know. A couple of times. I mean, she's wet fanny material there, but I think she's on tenor lady material now if she's still alive, bless her.
Yeah, well, she'll be in her 70s or 60s by now.
Yeah. She might be a gagelf. You never know. And Gordy's loving life here, and he's got another rather dolly young lass with him as well. Gordy needs to start making fucking best of it and all, because it might not end well for him. So anyway, Dr. Michael Brace. I won't get fed up of saying Christopher Walken. Anyway, his wife, she's like a designer. She can redesign technology so it's smaller, more compatible, and easier to use. So she's like an ergonomics developer. And she's trying for a bit of inspiration, and she looks at his helmet, his bike helmet this time. Not the other kind of helmet. And, yeah, so she's got some ideas. And this time, because they've scaled it down even further, right, Gordy's, they're like reviewing all this video footage of what Gordy's doing. And they're doing this for Alex, who's Cliff Robertson's character, because he's the head man. And he's experiencing everything Gordy did. And he's loving it. Look at it. He's got it. This is like the Mark II helmet. But they keep refining it further down and down and down, so it's like super portable. So he's watching all this. And I bet any money Gordy did see that from behind. If you know what I mean. And that fancy pants tape, and even like the laser on it, it's like VHS meets CD. And how did somebody come up with that idea in 1981? That's some clever shit right there, if you think about it. Somebody fucking thought about that.
Yeah. Back when people
you were saying, Matt?
No, sorry. Me and Bastard were speaking at the same time. Are you sure it's not like some genuine NASA shit? And it's been made just for this film?
I don't know, but it's I don't know. I think it's on point. I mean, this is like ahead of itself technology-wise. Right. Douglas Trumbull fucking thought about this. He really did I mean, obviously he did all the special effects work for 2001: A Space Odyssey, so you know he's a creative guy.
Yeah.
So Alex is like, whoa, this not look genuine look on his. Cliff Robertson plays this character really well. And the look he pulls on his face, it's like genuine amazement. I just love it. He's like, this knocked my socks off.
Yeah.
Every actor is selling it. They are.
They are. I mean, if you think about it, it's a fucking top flight cast. Oh, look, Louise Fletcher's character's got fag on again. Yeah. I bet she smells like Deirdre. Hey, Michael Walken. Michael Brace, a.k.a. Christopher Walken, he's wearing Deirdre's glasses. Have you seen my glasses, Ken?
I didn't do it. Do
you know what's going through my head now? Anybody ever see that parody of Street Fighter, Coronation Street Fighter?
I don't think I've seen that one. I'm going to have to check it out.
Where you know, fucking Ryu's going, how do, Ken? Instead. Oh, dear, makes me snort, that does. So anyway, Alex does a presentation to the investors. And amazes me. Before the internet was like a popular thing, obviously the internet's granddad, the DARPANET and ARPANET and all that bollocks did exist, but it was only in scientific circles and military establishments. But this unit's connected into a phone line that's going back to a database and reading this off of a tape. And these are the investors, and they're experiencing what's going off here. And it really does come across well, because they get to go on a roller coaster amongst other things. I mean, if this was a real thing, would you want to experience it?
Definitely the stripper part, anyway. Definitely
the stripper part.
Just imagine
the
that.
part I liked, there was a lorry driving in, and the lorry went over a cliff.
Oh, that's coming.
Wait a minute. That's the one thing that confused me. Did the film a guy trying to top himself or something?
The more
I would
know.
definitely be in for this if you had to fly in.
But imagine being able to do all the dangerous things in life, but without the risk.
Like take a day trip
slalom.
to London.
Yeah. God help anyone. I would not go there at all. As a northerner, I wouldn't go there anyway. But we can relate to that, can't we, Bastard? We won't. Yeah. We don't feel safe down south. Anywhere that doesn't do gravy in a chip shop, and you can't have gravy on your chips, it's wrong.
Oh, I was in London last week, lads. Trust me.
Got to have gravy on your chips. Come on, it's lovely.
And you just. Thing is, though, last time we went down south, we went in a chippy, and she says, "Well, what would you like?" I said, "Oh, I'll have a mini fish, chips, and I'll have gravy on my chips." "We don't do gravy, love. Welcome to the south." Fucking hell. She offered me a Savoy, and I'm like, "What the fuck's a Savoy?" Apparently,
really?
It's like
you don't have Savoys.
It's like an unbattered sausage, but it looks red. It's weird.
It's like, imagine a cock with no veins in it. That's a Savoy.
I have seen what they look like. Yeah, I don't know. But are they good though?
No,
I don't know. Well, I've never tasted one. Wink, wink.
Oh, gold. Anyway, you're on about this lorry. Here we go. It's heading over this cliff, and then it starts flying. And then it's flying over San Francisco. And Cliff Robertson's like, "Yeah, motherfuckers, I know exactly what you're experiencing here." He knows. He's had a fucking taste of the cheese. He's well impressed. So, yeah, again, flying around San Francisco. "Hey, look, there's a gay bar down there." Oh, dear.
Yeah, Paul is talking about Strange Days in the chat as well. Yeah, that's another good one that has a pretty similar idea. That's also very underrated.
With all the memories and stuff recorded onto Sony mini discs.
Yes,
which I quite like. So, yeah, we're getting all these experiences here. And I stuck this in for Melv, because if Melv gets this on the re-rub, they ended presentation on a nice pair of cakes.
This was hilarious. Did you see the old woman's face at the two guys? There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
They're sitting there smiling their heads off, but she just looks at them in absolute disgust.
That guy with the red polka dot tie, he's like, "I've got a semi on now." Bloke in middle's like, "I've just jizzed down my leg." And Betty's like, "You dirty bastards." But this guy here's took some right interest in this. He's like really wet through with this. And we'll find out soon exactly why he's so impressed with this. Because he's not everything he seems. He works for a company, a 3-lettered company. You know, the company, if you know what I mean.
The company.
So he gets in a car with this equally dodgy-looking bastard, and they've got an ham sandwich each, and he's like, "Well, what do you think?" He's like, "Military potential? Fucking hell, this blows it right out the water." So here we go. We're talking military applications already. So a couple of days later, they're having a big shindig about this, and they're all quite cock-a-hoop. Lillian and Michael, they're like, "We've cracked it." Meanwhile, Alex has... look at that. There's a representative there from the Navy, the Air Force, and the US Army. And there's a dodgy bastard who looks like Andy Warhol. We'll come to him a little bit later on. But the other guy in the chair, the grey-haired guy, he's like Alex's boss. if Alex is the manager, that guy's the top man, but Alex pretends to be the top man, so he remains secret, if you know what I mean. So this is Dr. Landon, and he knows Lillian from way back when. And she says, oh, yeah, I remember you. You're a dodgy prick, you are. And he looks a dodgy prick. He looks like Andy Warhol, but the kind that would nick your finger of fudge out your selection box at Christmas while you weren't looking. So anyway, Colonel Abrams here, he's like, oh, yeah, this is great. Oh, yeah, we could use this for blowing people up. And Lillian's like, okay, I know what's crack-a-lacking here. And she's just puffing away on her fags like they're going out of fashion. Next day, Alex has got them all together. And he says, investors say, yeah, you can have your money to develop this to the max, but you've got to bring Dr. Landon in. And Lillian's like, you what? What do you say? Fuck right off. But they're not having none of that. Lillian's like, she's going to lose her shit. She kind of does lose her shit, and she calls him a hack and a bit of a dodgy prick, and he is. But Lillian chuffs off, and she starts having like an anxiety attack. We already know from earlier that she's got heart problems because she's constantly taking nitrate pills. But Christopher Walken, he doesn't fear nobody in toilets. He follows her in to talk. I can't do it. Go on, bastard, you do it.
Yeah. This is my project too, you know. It's not just you.
Do you know that comes across like Rocky and Christopher Walken all at the same time? I fucking love
Yeah,
it.
really, I put the fucking Italian swagger on here. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's my stuff too, you know.
I keep trying to do an impression of Rocky, and it sounds like I've had another stroke.
I see your point, though, in it, because he did have this sort of thing in his brain that slurs his speech, but it's...
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
I thought that were Harvey Weinstein's cock. You want to be famous? Come talk to me. So even Gaffer's coming up toilets now, but he can. He's the Gaffer. I've noticed something here. All the way through the film, when it's like real life, everything's always like it's been through a Gaussian blur filter. It's not quite sharp. I noticed that when I was doing the screenshots. I thought, there's something wrong here. But then when it comes to the recreations of the memories and experiences of other people, it's sharp as fuck. I wonder if that was intentional. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Just to give it that sort of, the punctuation it needed to show you this is somebody's memories and experiences of this event. This is how good it can be. But there's a thing, a side effect they haven't noticed yet, and nobody's told them, right? Despite Michael trying it out with the old monkey and Gordy eating weird food, nobody's noticed the unexpected side effect of using this machine. So anyway, that's Karen, Michael's wife, who's getting done by Barry in Michael's bed, while Michael's in the garage or the basement listening to the fucking floorboards going at it alpha leather every night. Oh, what a fucking cook. So anyway, right, Gordy approaches Hal and says, hey, it's pretty good, this memory recall bollocks, isn't it? Maybe you want to have a look at this tape I've made. Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, what's on that tape? Oh, you want to see. Right, because this is the first really virtual but virtually real porno. Gordy's made a porno. And Al's like, yeah, you little dick twat. Yeah, you made a porno. Whatever. Yeah, you're taking piss, mate. Go on, for a tenner, you can borrow it, mate. Go on. So anyway, Al gives it a go. And, oh, yeah, it's for real. Gordy's not full of shit like he normally is. He's going to make the first fully interactive porno.
You funny can see a bush through her fucking knickers as well.
Can't you just?
Big hairy bush as well, yeah.
She looks well up for it and all. She looks quite fit and all. I bet she's about 70 odd now.
She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
This made me laugh because so far they've just developed this technology and instantly the government want it for a weapon and normal dudes just want it for sex.
Yeah. there we go. We could train people to fly billion-dollar spy planes. Gordy's like, nah, jizz mag, mate, jizz mag. He's a one-man fiesta. He's a bit of an old razzler, isn't he, Gordy?
Man, he's got it all, mate. He's got it all.
Yeah. So Hal watches this, and he comes up with an idea. I know. I'll go for the jizz shot. And if you don't know what a jizz shot is in America, do you know what a vinegar stroke is? I don't know. It's hard trying to explain this to people. It's the point where all your pushes go off and you do one in a bird snatch. That's not very American either, is it?
No, I think cream pie. They're probably
there we go.
Cream
Squirty
pie.
Cream. Yeah, Cool Whip. It's like Cool Whip.
Whip. Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. What did you say? Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. So he gets this idea. I know. I'll cut that bit out, the vinegar stroke bit, and I'll take it home. So he cuts that out. Next day, there's like, what the fuck's this bit of tape doing here? So Michael Brace is like, what the fuck? So anyway, he gets Karen in, his missus, to try out this new headband she's developed. So she's going to give it a whirl. Oh, we'll plug you in and give you a bit of a test. We'll just record it. So they give it a bit of a test, and she's like recording her feeling, what she's thinking and feeling at that moment. So Michael decides to give it a go. And I like that. All the graphics look dead cool as well. I mean, this is 1981, and it's like, this is like good for 1981. This is why this film's so underrated. So he gives it a play back, and he experiences it, and she's like, what the fuck? And he gets a flashback of himself arguing with Karen. And this is like the point where he says, oh, fuck off in basement then. You get Barry in and his little cock. So he like starts getting shitty with his missus. And,
Can I jump in with a question?
Yeah, sure. 7 is the answer, by the way.
Well, I never understood why did they split up? Was that ever explained, or did I just switch off?
Because Michael was spending so much time on this project,
right.
they were drifting further and further apart.
Right. Okay. I must have switched off on that part.
Because he was like, he was at the lab all day, every day, as long as he could. You know? So, as couples do.
Women doing the women thing will just go straight for another slice.
Exactly.
All right. Fair enough.
Plus, like, as we like to retreat into our work a little bit too much sometimes. You know, it's like, women don't like it, but as soon as we start giving them attention, they're like, all right, fuck off, go back to doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're annoying me.
Yeah, exactly. You can't win with chicks, tell you. No matter what I do, my missus is never fucking happy. And yeah, when I'll leave her to it and wheels come off, it's Trev. She's got this really horrible fucking whingy voice. Trev! And I'm like, I wish I were deaf. Helen Keller was so fucking lucky. So anyway, Michael loses his shit at Karen, and they're like, well, what the fuck? And then Lillian's like, we've just discovered something. This is the side effect, what nobody really noticed up to this point. It not only does it record like the experience and the visual side, you also get the emotional and feelings, everything. So it records everything. How you feeling in that moment? No wonder Hal kept that jizz bit going. Well, he hasn't kept it going yet, but maybe.
You also get the addictive side to it as well, especially for the jizz bit that was cut out.
Yeah, there wasn't much mess on his pants, but we'll get to that eventually. So Michael decides to record like a mixtape of all the good memories he's got with Karen. So he wants to try and reconnect. So he's like, can this be a good memory? Babby shit it, Senny, you take it. Which he pretty much did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Little bastard shit his pants. Fucking stinks like hell. Go on, sort it out, woman. So he just all this shit. And I like how his hair's changed. So they must have done all this after the fact, to account for the shorter hair.
Yeah, like every time you want to make someone look younger, just have them have a big ball cut and have their hair a little bit more flatter or down.
bowl cut, fucking hell, we've all suffered that at one point or another in his lives. And this will become relevant later because Michael's got this thing about the Wright brothers, and that's the Wright brothers National Monument, and it becomes into play a little bit later on. So yeah, he's recording all this down, and all these good points, and he says to Karen, "Here, I've made you this. What is it?" He says, "It's me." So confidential, and it says there, Michael Anthony Brace, personal. So he's done this for her, and she plays it back. And I like this because she's just like, it's like, wash day tomorrow, nothing clean, right? She's totally blank, but she's watching all this, and he's checking her out. So even the bit where they got married, obviously this is all like just stage for the film. This is probably what got Robert Wagner really mad. Because she looks genuinely fucking happy there. And I didn't include a lot of the kissing scenes because that's not my bag, but she looked like she was fucking digging it, if you ask me. But
well, he had a dancer's body, so he's probably a lot more agile than Wagner. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why he's on Fatboy Slim's weapon of choice, isn't he? He does all the dancing in that for real. Did the choreography himself. Yeah, interestingly enough, Christopher Walken's not his real name. His real name's Ronnie. Yeah. But nobody's going to fucking argue with him, are they? Because he'll fucking he'll nut you and do you in.
Yeah. No, I am. I'm Ronnie Walken.
I'm the king of New York, motherfucker. That's a great film as well. If any of you have seen that,
yeah, it's brilliant. Fucking bleak, but it's a good one.
One of the first sort of film appearances of Giancarlo Thingamabob, Gus Fring. What's his name? Giancarlo.
Yeah, Giancarlo or something. It's
yeah. It'll come to me eventually. But yeah, the guy who plays Gus Fring, but obviously is Esposito. That's it, isn't it? One of his first appearances.
Yeah, loads of actors who we've seen today are on there looking really young as fuck. It's a classic, it is.
Yeah. And did you know Giancarlo Esposito's actually Danish? He was born in Denmark.
I didn't know that. Yeah. You would not think that.
No. He's got a lot in common with Lerpac. Hey, look at that. McDonald's, when it actually tasted of something back in the day. When you could actually get a root beer. When Mackie D's first come to my town in 1983, they used to do root beer, and I fucking love root beer.
Root beer's lovely.
Isn't it just? Everybody's going, it smells like TCP. Well, fucking try it then and shut up. Yeah, TCP, I ain't seen that for fucking years either. But, yeah, she's well digging this. And in a way, it reconciles their marriage. Because she realises that even though he's a bit of a distant twat, he actually does love her to bits. It's just like typical bloke. As blokes, when you love a woman, we're not very good at showing it. And girls are a bit touchy-feely, and we're not very good with emotions, are we, lads?
No, I have no idea what emotions are.
If you want to see me cry, watch my team lose, and I'll be in tears. Well, that's.
Dare I ask what your team is?
Leeds Rhinos, rugby league.
Rugby.
Yeah, a man's game.
Yeah, OFC.
Oh, great rivals. That's why we sent you Jamie Peacock back. Oh, and you ended up with Danny Maguire. Anyway, moving swiftly on before we go down a dark, deep rabbit hole. Oh. Yeah, so that gives them the capacity to repair their marriage. So, unfortunately for Barry, he's not getting on tonight. Michael's going to be in his own bed, on his own missus, on his own snatch, making a mess. There we go. There's living proof. So anyway, next day, Michael gets a call. Oh, you better get your arse round to Howells. So, as you do, it's like parking up in Leeds. You just mount the Coursey. Does anybody else say Coursey? Or am I just being common? You say pavement or causeway?
Yeah, say pavement or
pavement.
Yeah. It's Coursey round here. It's like where I am, right, bastard. Used a bit between a house, terraced house. Do you call it a ginnel?
No, we just call it terraced house. That's it.
You know the bit down the middle. You know how you get like your little walkway between the two houses?
Yeah, we just call it terrace. That's it.
All right. Because many folk in Yorkshire go, oh, it's a ginnel. And we're like, down here, we call it a gennel. So differences in. Anyway, we're moving off fucking point. Carry on with the film, Trev. So everybody runs to Hal's house. You see the bird in the red top, the blonde.
Uh-huh.
That's actually Christopher Walken's wife.
Oh.
If you go to the IMDb page, it's Georgianne Walken. So I can't see him sort of knocking on with Natalie Wood while his missus is on the set. So anyway, Hal is like in permajizz. And Michael's like, you dirty bastard, why didn't I think of that? He could have cottoned on to something here, could have put Gordy out of business. So he has a quick look at what he's watching. Oh, look at that. Unfortunately for me, lads, it says slide number 7 with an arrow back and forth where her tits are. I can't see that.
And you better move on before YouTube bans this video.
Oh, sorry.
This is getting banned already. We spoke about fags, helmets, and now we've got tits everywhere.
And now we're talking about permajizzing. So Hal's got this vinegar stroke bit.
So has he been on like a 2-day wank fest over this?
I don't know, but however long that's been playing, he's been down there since 7 o'clock last night.
What's his wife been doing?
I don't know. She were in bed with a rampant rabbit. But I bet you any money his knackers are inside out.
Oh.
Did anybody ever see the movie, the South Park movie, Orgasmo, with Trey Parker and Matt Stone?
No.
I've not seen that. No, I've heard it.
There's a character in that called Jizzmaster Zero, and he kind of reminds me of him. So anyway, Michael unplugs him from the constant jism, and he's like, pop me back. You'd have thought he'd have had enough. Where's the damp patch? He must be spent.
Mate, he must be red raw.
Because if you're reliving that and you're feeling it as well, you just, I mean, I'm not being very scientific here, but you'd be jizz. It'd kill you.
No one as well. You'd be very numb. You know, you'd have no sensation for a good while.
Honestly, honest, it's about 60, so there's probably nothing much more than dust coming out of it anyway.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Quick, get the Mr. Sheen out. It's dusty in here. Fucking hell. So they take him to a barometric chamber. And, I've had a life-changing experience. But when he says that, he fucking twitches. He's like, ugh. He has like a bit of a moment. Did you notice that?
Yeah. It's like he's got a butt plug in or something.
He wishes. And like, Michael's like, well, what the fuck? And she's like,
she
serves
knows.
you right. She's like, look at him going, serves you right. I don't know. Louise Fletcher looks kind of biffy in this, whether it's because I'm older than you lads or what, but I don't know. I'd probably chat her up in a bub if I got a chance. How many grandkids you got, love?
She's a 6-pointer.
It's like, I've got none. Well, you smell like you've got 8. You smell like Lambert and Butler on a bad day. So anyway, while the Brace and Reynolds are checking up on Hal, they're constantly being monitored by Landon and his team. And
the posters in the background.
Yeah. And if you notice, there's a lot of product placement for Coke in this.
Yeah.
And then we're back at this flight research simulation lab. But look, there's a Air Force guy outside sparking up. So Landon and and this guy from a 3-lettered establishment of the government, Gordy's basically controlling this plane by thought. So now they've wired it up as a neural interface for fighter jets. And they get him pull a 10G corner and he doesn't pass out, which is bollocks because if he were to do a 10G turn, he'd pass out anyway without a pressure suit. I'd looked this up because the fighter pilots have to wear specialised pressure suits, squeeze the blood out of your legs and your arse and shove it back up into your torso.
Jesus.
Yeah, and apparently women do a lot better, with them being shorter and a bit more robust and being able to handle the pain of childbirth. They've obviously not spent a week on a fucking high-fibre diet. So anyway, back in the lab, Lillian's taking her heart medication, which is probably just nitrate pills. And look at that, some dozy bastard has left a soldering iron on go, and she catches her arm on it. and it unfortunately starts her off having a heart attack. She tries to ring Phil, but she's no good, so she wheels herself down to the console and plugs herself into that machine. And this is where the film takes a bit of a turn, because she records herself having a heart attack. She knows she's pretty much fucked, so she thinks, fuck it, is it live or is it Memorex? I'll take my own death. And she starts recording it all. And it start going down a theological route here, because she ends up passing away. And just at the moment where she's gone, somebody walks in, but it's a bit too late. She's already gone. But look at her there. She looks so peaceful and restful.
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah. It's like you've had a bit of a bad Ruby Murray, and you finally let that last painful fart out, like a look of relief. So at the funeral, Alex is like, I think we should talk about this, Michael. And he's like, not here. So anyway, back at the lab, Hal's been put on permanent leave because of his little jizz accident. And he comes to say bye-bye to Michael. And Scott here says, oh, look, there's some activity in the lab. So obviously, because they're all dodgy bastards and they're watching what's going off. Michael goes to replay Lillian's tape. And it comes up there, acute palpitation syndrome, heart rate increase, hyperventilation syndrome, systolic pressure increase, diastolic pressure increase. And it sounds like I've swallowed a fucking medical dictionary, but I haven't. So he starts having the feelings and everything, and whatever happened to Lillian, it's been fully recreated. So Michael's actually experiencing a heart attack. So he's like, oh, it's all right, it's all right. I mean, he's young enough to pull through. So Landon comes in at this point and watches what they're doing. And they go into their console and they disable the feelings side of it, right? So they're only getting the visual experience of what happens to Lillian. So he puts it all back together again, and these guys are watching intently. And they're going to replay the tape. And Landon says, Gordy, you step in, you can watch what's happening. And Scott tries to tell him that they've done something to their console, but that white-haired Andy Warhol-looking motherfucker, right, he's dodgy as oh. So he said, no, don't you tell me what to do, I know what I'm doing. So Michael goes back to replay Lillian's tape. And Scott's like, look, I really ought to tell you, they've done something to their console, something about disconnecting. He's like, shut up. I know what I'm doing, I'm gaffer here, not you. You're just YTS, lad. You'll be gone at end of month. Because he is a bit of a... he's one of them, that white-haired bloke. He's one of them that you could smack than sooner look at. What do you reckon, lads?
Yeah, come on there. Yeah. He's an asshole. He is.
Everybody's wanted to crack somebody like that. You know when you're on a job and you get a gaffer who's a bit of a twat and you just want to knock him the fuck out? That's exactly who he's like. So anyway, he's watching Lillian die, basically. But Gordy's experiencing the full heart attack. And then you got these guys and like Alex says, stop it, you know, and Landon's like, no, I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, you're causing Gordy a great deal of pain. So Gordy's experiencing Lillian's death, the whole kit and caboodle. Whereas Michael's watching it and he just about to see what happens, like Lillian's about to start leaving her body. But Gordy's like, oh, I'm going to reenact Alien. But no, he's carking it. He's having the full-on heart attack, what Lillian died of. So he's just about to see what's crack-a-lacking. And Michael's watching it intently, and Lillian's leaving her body, like everybody that's had a near-death experience. You know, they all sort of corroborate what's happening, like the feeling of lifting out of your own body and seeing yourself there and floating away. And then we see all these like bubbles and stuff, but they're like memories. So every facet of Lillian's life is contained in these little bubbles. And I like that. That's a good analogy, isn't it? For like, they say when you die, you experience moments of your life, good and bad. And that is a perfect analogy for it. So he gets to see Lillian laughing. She's looking a lot younger. So's fucking hell. He needs a slap. He looks like Cliff Richard's stunt cock, doesn't he? Or is it just me?
You always have to have the dorkiest haircut when they're younger versions of themselves.
Yeah.
If you saw a bloke like that and you're out with your kids, it'd be, come on, we go in. He looks a bit of a wrong un. But anyway, they're playing with an industrial robot and he knocks over loads of cans of pop. Like I said, there's lots of product placement for pop in this. But he's laughing away at this, he's loving it, and he goes into another memory bubble. And I like that. If you look at that, right, I know Douglas Trumbull ended up doing the special effects for Star Trek, the motion picture, but that really does kind of remind me of the Vija cloud.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you know what? I had to check because I didn't know the one I was watching. I didn't know if it was like some sort of early 90s remaster. Because I thought these graphics were far too superior for what was available in, what, 83, is it?
Well, 81 when it was made.
81.
It was delayed 2 years because
So
of
I was
what
like,
happens.
it's like Lawnmower Man material.
It's better than Lawnmower Man. It makes
It is,
Lawnmower
yeah.
Man look like Lawnmower Man. So another memory experience. Excuse me. It's Lillian's birthday, and everybody's like, "Happy birthday!" Hey, isn't that old lass who disgusted at them lads looking at tits? Looks like her a bit, doesn't it?
Could be.
Yeah. So he's experiencing all this and he's enjoying it. And then there's another one where Lillian's last project gets cancelled by Alex, and obviously. To say is took the feeling part out. He's not took the emotional part out. Just like if you were anything bad were going to happen to you physically, and say if you experienced any trauma, he's disabled that particular part of the memory tape.
Yeah.
If you get me drift.
Mm-hmm.
So he's made it safe, but only for him. And I like this. This is where Lillian splits up with her husband, and look at them fucking eyebrows. No one.
Do you know what? They're mental, aren't they?
He looked like a Muppet character. That's not actually a
Muppet.
Muppet.
Who's the eagle one at the Muppets?
Yeah. Look at that. They're never right. They're wrong on eyebrows. They are, aren't they?
Do you know what? He was to shave them off.
Jesus.
He could shave them off with that bald patch and no one would even know.
Doesn't he go to a barber and like say, "Can you take 4 inch off these eyebrows?" Hey, he could comb his fucking eyebrows back. He'd have a full head of hair. So anyway, another flashback to Alex. All these memories start intermingling, and he's getting a bit overwhelmed. And it says there, I can't remember what it says, but something shock warning.
Cock mining?
I don't know. But anyway, some kind of cardiac, might be some kind of cardiac event, because he ends up in the hospital and they inject him, and then Alex comes to see him and said, "Look, we've put that tape away. It's no good. It's no good for you." So when Michael gets back to work, Landon's took over his lab. They've dismantled pretty much everything, but kept like the core bits what run that console locked up in a secure room. Look, they're all putting security glass up and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So they're essentially taking him off for his own project. And Landon's saying, "Can you explain to us about your documents and stuff? We can't read it. It's all gibberish." So Michael loses his shit just at the point where Alex comes down. I mean, look at Walken there. He looks... You won't want to fuck about with him in that mood, because look at his face. He looks like he'd fuck you up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think this is like a good little turning point for his character now, isn't it? He's not messing about anymore.
Well,
he looks like he's just travelled down south and asked for gravy on his chips, and I ain't got
bastard.
Yeah,
that took literally weeks of chip shop therapy for me to get over that. Thank you, Matt.
Actually, he looks a bit like Bricktop.
A little bit, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what nemesis means?
I mean, it doesn't put gravy on your chips.
Have you seen that somebody's done a fan edit of Star Wars, but they've done Bricktop as Darth Vader?
Darth Vader, yeah. Yes.
I fucking love that. That makes me snot proper, that does. So anyway,
I'll tell you something to make you guys giggle. Someone put a comment on one of our videos the other day. I think me and Russ were watching Marching Powder, and someone put the guy on the right, meaning me, why does he sound like Bricktop? Tosser.
Alan Ford is a fucking legend. I'd say that as a compliment, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, I know, but fucking even so, I was like, he's done me now.
So Michael goes for a bit of a walk round to clear his head. And he wants to go and look inside there. And he hands that guy his security pass. He says, it's only got a day left on it. He says, yeah, I know, but making the best of it because Michael has just been sacked by Alex. So he's looking around and, that gear looks familiar. They're making portable versions of the, should we call it the neural interface? Because that sounds a lot better than what it probably is.
Yeah.
So there's all these like robots and stuff in this automated factory. But look at these helmets. Helmet, how many times is that now?
Yeah.
So they're making these brain readers, these neural interfaces, into helmets. So a military application. So he goes to visit Hal and tells him what's gone off. You know, me and Mrs. We've had psych and they've locked that tape away and they've took my project off me. And he's like, oh, well, never mind. He says, I'm loving it down here. He says, I'm getting a bit better. And I'm sure he does the odd twitch. But he says to Michael, he says, when you get back, or get into that system, look up Project Brainstorm. So he's like, yeah, I'll do that. So when he gets back home, and this is good because this is how good Dr. Michael Brace is. He's a world-class hacker. Probably not so hard back in 1981. But Scott's a little shit, right? Because he notices a light come on that computer terminal, like somebody's remoting in. So he gets into the Project Brainstorm database, and it says level 1 access code. And because he's a bit of a clever shit, he can actually do it. And he says to his gaffer, he says, you better get down here. Somebody's hacking into this. And it says there, Robert Louis Jenkins, project manager. And it says there, look, Defense Instrument Research Group. And that's just a shell corporation for a 3-lettered organization and a certain company. I can't. I'm having to skirt around this.
Just say it.
I can't. Hillary might revoke my oxygen privileges. If you know, you know. So he carries on hacking in and he says, he's good. And Scott says, how far should I let him go? Well, let's see how far he can get. And then even Alan Fudge says, yeah, he's good. I mean, he's Jenkins, but the actor's Alan Fudge. What a name. I wonder if he's related to Pete Toffee or Dave Thornton's. Yeah, I'm shit. I'm here all week. I'm back Friday, everybody. Yeah, I'm back Friday. To all 11 people watching. I actually put a joke tweet out the other day saying, oh, I topped my all-time record. I got 7 people watching my stream, a 44% increase. I was taking the piss. And now everybody's going, oh, yeah, brilliant. Oh, yeah. I was just genuinely taking the piss. So anyway, he's good at hacking and shit, so he manages to get in. And it says you need top-level security. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And he hacks straight into it like nobody's business. He makes Matthew Broderick look like he's on a ZX81. He pisses that. He's straight in.
Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell it. I'll fuck it up if it doesn't let me in. I can't do it. I can't do it as good as you, bastard. Do you want to give us a go?
Got hacked into Project Brainstorm here. I still went fucking Italian there.
Oh, fucking hell. It's better than mine any day at week, I tell you. So anyway, loads of things to choose from here on this database. Fear states, early trauma, random, early trauma selected. Early trauma, is that like having to watch Jim Will Fix It when you were a kid? It's funny
I don't want to comment on that.
No, I don't, but it was always used as a threat in our house. I was the last of 8. And if we were bad, my mum would say, if you carry on, we'll write to Jim, we'll fix it. And I'm like, fucking hell. It put me off for life.
Yeah.
What did she know then?
So your parents
Don't
even
know.
knew that?
She got, as a mother, she got that feeling like he's a wrong un.
Yeah, women's intuition.
So anyway, Scott and Fudge are watching, I can't stop calling him Scott now. He'd look great in a frock. Anyway, does anybody? I need a moment. Can some Matt or Bastard? Do you want to just explain this scene?
Yeah, so it's like hacking into everything as well, and they're starting to sort of like get a bit weary. I'm still trying to remember a little bit as well because I've only seen it once, so I will have to watch it again. But yeah, it starts to discover more and more that they're being sold out, to the military.
Oh dear, I've got a bit lightheaded. I'm back now. Oh dear, I've got a bit of a sweat on. Yeah. It's all right.
Talk about fags and helmets.
Well, yeah, it was a bit of an in-joke, and I kind of set myself off with my own joke, but it's just one of these things. So he goes into this thing, it says anxiety estates. And I like how this logo just comes up, and he says, shall I let him access it? And the boss says, yeah, let him do it, let him fuck himself up. So this one says, play psychotic episode extreme version, ready. Warning, all tapes, this file is toxic. So it loads up on these.
Version.
Yeah. So already they've made like prosumer, not their stuff were like just Heathkit, wasn't it? Just bashed, like something from Maplin, just bashed together. But these are like the pro units now. They've actually made like pro, and it tells you exactly what it's doing. It's on remote, it's on playback, the tape's running. And then Landon comes on, it's like, warning, you've got 5 seconds to back out of this, else you're going to be like really fucked up. So Christopher Walken, Michael Brace, as Christopher Walken, he's hard as fucking nails. He don't care. So he goes into this, and it's like a really horrible, like torture video. It's like having to watch. Say you're going out with a lass, and just to impress her, you let her pick a film, and she puts Titanic on. This is how you feel inside. Well, I did anyway.
Like a snuff movie.
Yeah.
No, Mamma Mia was worse.
Fuck off. No, that's a fate worse than anything, that, to be fair. So he gets up and he shits himself, and his missus comes back. Oh, fucking hell, I've accidentally gone back there. So she's like, well, what? So in the meantime, because they've got that swimming pool in your front room. How crazy is that? This house has got its own swimming pool in the front room. That is badass. So this is Chris, their son. He comes up and he's like, oh yeah, that headset from work. Well, I've heard they've had a bit of rapport now, so he thinks I'll have a cheeky look at what's going off here. So he puts that headset on. Look how it started off and how it became.
Yeah.
That looks like something from now, doesn't it, really? This is 81. Yeah, Trumbull, well ahead of his time. And that's how hard Christopher Walken is. He keeps a mallet on his table for all occasions. And it's not the mallet variety either. That's one that could actually hurt you. And this is weird. How does he know which button to press, that kid? This reminds me, has anybody ever seen that Piranha 3 Double D?
No.
It's been a while. Since I saw that.
But Hasselhoff plays a lifeguard in it, Matt. And there's this ginger kid in it, and he gets fucked up with these piranha. And Hasselhoff goes, you ginger little moron. And that's what this kid is right here, as a ginger little moron. Because he presses play on that tape, and he's getting to watch this snuff video. But because it's relying on his own psyche, it puts his dad in as the bad guy, and he's getting tortured. Yeah. And that reminded me of The Incredible Hulk, the original TV series with Bill Bixby.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's in one of those like chin braces, isn't he, when he's getting gammered?
Yeah, in the old intro.
Yeah.
This is actually a pretty intense little scene as well, because it's like, damn, this is like brainwashing and everything.
I wonder, that kid looks a bit like the original Rusty from Vacation. You know, National Lampoon's Vacation.
Oh, Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah. He also looks a bit like Mask.
Wasn't he in the second one? Or is it Rusty from the second? It looks like the other Rusty, doesn't it? Not the Anthony Michael Hall one.
Oh, the one in Christmas Vacation.
I don't know. It might be European Vacation, actually. So he's getting the full bore of this. And he's toasted his brain. Ginger little moron. But in Hasselhoff's voice. So anyway, Michael comes in and he's like, what are you doing? I can't do it as good as you, bastard. I'm sorry. And Dr. Bastard comes in. Not you. This is the other Dr. Bastard. So I didn't say bastard. I said bastard. Posh. He's like, your kids had a psychotic episode. What's gone off? Who are you calling? He's like, you're looking at me. Different film. But they're all back together again now, but obviously they're quite concerned about Chris. And then Alex turns up and Brace says, what's Project Brainstorm then? And Alex is like, I don't know. Now, the thing is here, does he not genuinely know? Even though he was present at the moment where Gordy got screwed up with Lillian's tape?
No, he knows.
Course he does.
He knows.
Course he does. But he's going to play it down, isn't he? So they decide to go away on a little bit of a staycation to try and get over things. But look, people from three-lettered organisations are already there, ready, willing and able to listen in on the phone calls. And there's Scott with Alan Fudge. I can't not use his... Look at that. Everybody's mum had one of those ashtrays back in the day. It was either clear, green or brown. Do you remember those four-cornered ashtrays?
Yeah. Yeah.
And at one time or another, because they kept constantly getting knocked off at the end of sofas, they'd always end up having a bit of a break on one corner. And even though it looked really dangerous and if you caught yourself on it, you'd have like a paper cut from hell. Your parents would not throw them out because they were too tight. In the chat, Gregory Galati says he's still got a brown one. Flav says stolen from a pub. Nice to see you in there, Flav. Very good to see you. I've not seen you for a while, matey. I hope you're well. Yeah, but look, they're all fagging it at work. They don't get a chuff, do they? But these two guys at the back there, what look like a cute gay couple, they're intently watching Michael and Karen. And Michael's like, you enjoying yourself over there? You enjoying the show, motherfucker? And these two guys like feel right on spot. Look at them hairstyles. That is proper hard bastard circa 1979 there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was obviously shot in probably was shot in like the late 70s a little bit as well, but up 1980.
Yeah, you're looking at 80 easy, aren't you? Because if it was all put, well, let's say 81 just for argument's sake.
Yeah,
but it spent 2 years in production hell. Yeah, you were going to say?
Yeah, because even though it was the 80s, I mean, some trends from the 70s were just starting to go out a little bit, but they're still there.
Well, it was nice to see with that blonde lass, Disco Bush was still a thing.
Mm.
Not like these shaven avens everybody's obsessed with nowadays. Oh, no, not my cup of tea. I like a full bush. If I'm going for it, I've got to have a full bush. The bushier, the better.
That was in the chat as well.
What was that?
It goes back to the pube in the teeth that was in the chat earlier.
Oh, God, no. Oh, no. Everybody's been there. It's never good. Mind you, if he went down south, Michael, he might have got one of Barry's bollockers in his gob. Ooh. He used to be a cook. Oh, really? What kind of chef? No, a cook. Think about it. So anyway, they fake a bit of an argument and they go back to the room and it's like, well, what happened? Fudge says, what's happened? Oh, they had a bit of a biff and she's chuffed off. And, typical woman, she's chuffed off, left him to it. Oh, look at that, proper Val Doonican sweater.
There is some moody outfits in this shirt, in this film.
Mm.
The Interjustice, some proper fashion faux pas.
It is really bad.
That's like it's like they dress like how Alan Partridge dresses now. But you can tell they're from a certain three-lettered organisation because he's wearing a holster. So anyway, Karen chuffs off, fake an argument so she can get away, and she says she's going to her mum's, but she's got one of those headset briefcases, and she's gone to Hal's. Oh look, that's actually Christopher Walken's wife in the black trousers.
Now, just a quick question: is that Hal's wife? I presume it's Hal's wife.
In this, it is, yes.
Right, so she's perfectly happy that you just spent the entire weekend in a basement knocking one out on a virtual porn simulator.
You're joking.
And she's just like, yeah, he's all right.
She wasn't bothered. She'd been to Poundland. She bought a load of D batteries, and she got a 1981 rampant rabbit.
Yeah.
So she was quite happy. Plus,
Hal wasn't fist like Borat.
Yeah, Hal wasn't badgering her for sex once because he was downstairs on autopilot.
She was probably relieved. He sounds like a sex pest.
Hey, thing is, he's not bothered her he's not tapped her for a shag since. She's quite happy. Naru's getting dust on the bits, because her flaps aren't getting any use. Another couple of months, she'll heal up. So anyway, Michael sets up in his hotel room. He's got one of these. Thing is, he's on the phone with his missus, and he's using it as a terminal as well. Because obviously, they put the phone into that briefcase like a modem slot, and it's got a phone built into it, and it's sending data over itself at the same time to a different place. They didn't think that one through very well, did they?
No, genius.
So anyway, Flowers by Irene. They're listening. It's not the FBI.
Yeah.
It's the other one.
It kind of becomes a spy movie in the second half, though, doesn't it? Where
it's very like deep espionage, isn't it? It's very, that three-lettered organisation's well in with the military. Now, if they can help develop the technology, they stand to make some dollar back out of it, don't they?
Yep.
So those guys are like, oh no, she's chatting shit with him. We're not interested. So they turn it down and they start watching telly. And there's a bit of a plan formulating here because they're going to do a bit of hacking and start remoting in. He's turned it down because he'd sooner be doing something else. And not only is he connected up to another computer, he's talking to his missus via that terminal and sending text messages at the same time over the phone line. He's even got a baud rate of 9600. I mean, how good's that?
One giant iPhone 20 years previous.
Yeah. But in a briefcase that would kill somebody if it landed on them.
Yeah. You get radiation poisoning after using it for an hour.
Yeah, you can microwave your own knackers just by being stood next to it.
I wonder if all the ideas we got today was kind of ripped off this movie, and because it's so kind of under the radar, no one has this.
This is so far under the radar that even radar doesn't know it exists.
Stealth movie.
Yeah. It is, and it's because of what happened. Partly, there's also a responsibility of Lloyd's of London, the insurers. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. The production side gets almost as dark as the film itself. So anyway, Michael and his missus are both logged into. It doesn't actually mention the name of that company, does it? It's just got that logo and just building a better tomorrow. A bit like a pre-Wayland Yutani, isn't it? In a way.
Yeah.
Adds a little bit more mystery as well. Makes the company seem a little bit more, sinister.
So they log into the Brainstorm system, what used to be basically Michael's lab. So I wonder if he's got a backdoor in there and nobody's figured it out. So they log in and secure the system, so everybody's locked out. So also the Brainstorm tape laboratory, that's locked out as well. And Michael and his missus, they're all doing this so they can get access to Lillian's tape. And they're putting codes in to basically nobble that system. She's logged in as well. And she sets all these things off going. And they're all a bit of a distraction. And, he's there. Just basically, he says, start telling me a story, the ones like you used to do. And he does that so he can connect up. In the meantime, Karen's setting all these things off in that factory to start going off. And robots start screwing up. And this was right, what you said earlier, Matt. The slapstick shit just does not fit and sit well at all in this film.
Mate? This
it's like Home Alone.
Threw me out.
It kind of let it down.
I just don't understand it. So far, it's been pretty faultless.
It's been solid, hasn't it?
Yeah, and then I got to this bit. Yeah, and I got to this bit, and I was like, it's like Police Academy gone wrong. It was just, I just sat there and I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's totally shit the bed. I didn't understand. It just cut this bit out of it. We could understand what was going on. I didn't need to see a robot arm pick up a hose and shoot a security guard or see him tripping over some ball bearings. And it threw me out, to be honest with you. It kind of,
it's like going to your mate's house. It's like going to your mate's house and walking in and seeing him in a dress. And he's wearing a wig. And you're like, Scott, what are you doing? Never mind. Now we've got to stop making. Scott runs the bad guy computer systems, and we're just ripping the piss out of him. So we're not getting in anybody. We're just having a bit of an in joke. But like you say, it did go a bit fucking Police Academy, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So Michael's logging in now, and he's not taking any shit now. He's proper going for it. So load tape, Lillian Reynolds, and it's good as well. These tapes are self-loading. So that material, although it looked quite flimsy when Hal was making his own little video, shall we say, it actually does look quite robust because it loads itself. So it says tape cue for playback, toxic, and me don't care. And the three-lettered organisation chaps, they're listening intently. And yet again, I just love the technology. Even though it's not real as such, you'd look at that and think, that looks fucking bona fide.
Yeah, it looks good. They've even got little danger stickers on it as well, though. That's what I like.
Yeah, but that's like a proper laser warning, like you get on back of CD players back in the day. It all looks very legit.
It kind of looks like they all constructed it themselves, didn't they? It doesn't look real slick or anything like that. It just looks like they've cobbled a load of parts together to create something very functional.
I don't know. That looks proper scientific shit right there. To be fair.
Do you think he got futurists involved, like Spielberg did for Minority Report?
Sid Mead was a conceptual artist and a bit of a futurologist type person. Right. And he used to come in on a lot of films and advise and stuff. Okay. Sid Mead did most of the conceptual design work for Blade Runner. And he also did...
Nice.
Here's one for you, right? I can tell you a famous sci-fi spaceship he designed. You ready?
Yeah.
The Sulaco from Aliens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was Sid Mead. James Cameron said, make it look like a big gun in space, and I think he pulled it off.
I think he did.
He designed the spinners in Blade Runner, and he started as a car designer type person for Ford.
Wow.
And then he sort of branched off and started doing his own thing. But he just lived for conceptual art. That's all he did day in, day out. And I don't think he ever found the time to meet a nice lady, because he was that wrapped up in how good he was at doing something.
He dedicated him.
Yeah. I mean, he probably was on the right bus. It's just he didn't have time for bitches.
Work your way success before women. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
Well, some people have got their head screwed on. They might not look it, but they do. So Michael picks up from where he left off, experiencing all these elements of Lillian's life. And then you get all these extra scenes, like all these bits of tape flying around, like her own mind's punished her for creating something what could potentially become something quite evil. So this twisty bastard here, he tries to get into the old lab, but he can't get in. In the meantime, we get another Police Academy fucking bit. Matt, do you want to just piss all over this? Because I don't mind.
Do you know? I don't think I even need to. I mean, why have you got water activated foam in a fucking factory? So
and then having a robotic arm who thinks he's fucking Johnny Five's granddad.
Do you know what? I did think of Johnny Five. I did think of Johnny Five when I watched it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought this is like Short Circuit.
Yeah, bullshit.
So, because they've all been meddling with the system, it starts smashing everything up. The playback rolls on. Michael's there for the long haul. And yet again, there's more like the hell bits start off with the whole machine and device bit. I don't think Lillian would have seen this, though, because she would have already been dead by the time these boxes were constructed for military use. But there's all the bits of tech flying around. Scott's there with Fudge, and then this other bloke, he's like, we can't get into anything. And like Fudge is like, find whatever you can, get into that lab and stop the tape, and get hold of Michael Brace while you're at it. So they cut Michael off, and he's like not happy about that because he was finally getting somewhere. So it's like, you carry on doing what you're doing and meet me at that special place. Because if you think back, he was looking at that Wright Brothers monument. So that tape's paused. Are we keeping somebody awake?
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, you bastard.
So I'm going to relax now. I'll sit up a little bit.
Is it mine? Shall I do the rest of the show in an ASMR voice? Just for
but
you.
It's a good little payoff as well. It's hinted straight away over the course of the movie as well, and it does sort of go back to where, that last line he says at the end as well. We made it.
It does get quite spiritual, doesn't it? Towards the end.
Yeah, because you're kind of wondering. I know we're skipping a little ahead a little bit here, but it does actually wonder if was she actually seeing heaven, or is it just something chemicals in the brain?
Probably a DMT trip, because apparently at the moment of your birth and the moment of your death, your brain produces a large amount of DMT, what they call the God molecule. But anyway, Dave Cardigan, as I'm going to call him now, with his nice 1979 haircut, he tries to stop Michael, and Michael's like, "Get out of the fucking way! I'm from New York."
It just knocks this guy down. I was like,
he does, doesn't he? So meanwhile, at the factory, everything's going pear-shaped. But Karen's writing some codes down and says to Hal, "Start putting all this stuff in. When things start getting a bit pear-shaped, put that in and it'll stop these guys." So at this Wright monument, Michael sets up his terminal, plugs into a phone. Thing is, though, I didn't actually see him putting any quarters in the phone. He just connects up, doesn't he?
Yeah, it just does it.
Unless it's an 0800
does a
number.
Trinity.
He probably hacked it. Probably did a Kevin Mitnick on it and did some phone freaking. So he logs back into the system, and Hal's there putting some other stuff in. Yes, that's Christopher Walken's wife. So anyway, these guys try to get in. The tape starts playing, and these two guys are not happy at all. Do whatever you can. So he starts smashing windows and whatnot. And this guy here, I forgot his name because he's such a
Warhol.
Yeah, Andy Warhol.
That's right.
Andy Arsehole, yeah.
Landon, Dr. Landon Marks. There we go. And he's trying to get Brace out of the system, but it's his own system. If anybody's going to know the way around that, it's the man who's pretty much built it. Because funny thing is, these scientists create the technology that they end up sort of like using, what becomes everyday stuff. You know, they know it because they spent that much time on these projects, they know it inside and out. So they use a proper diamond cutter to get through these doors. While Landon Marks, Dr. Landon Marks, a.k.a. Andy Bumhole, right, he gets in and he's running a trace, but I don't know how he's getting a trace because it looks like he's looking into a briefcase. I can't see a telescreen in there, not a telescreen of that era, because it'd be absolutely huge, wouldn't it? Like a small CRT. So anyway, Michael gets to view the rest of the tape, and he's going through the rest of this hell bit, and it gets quite gnarly in places, doesn't it?
This bit, I thought was like, are we watching Event Horizon here on this? Because this looks
pretty...
It went a bit Hellraiser, didn't it, too, in places? So he's experiencing the hell bit, and Karen comes along. She tries to turn it off, and he's like, no, please don't.
Yeah.
So anyway, Michael, he's like lifting off, and he's like, "Oh, I knew it." So his tape carries on. It's about run out, and old Alex there says, "Leo, cut the lines, but to get to them, they've got to start taking the floorboards up." So they start doing that, and Christopher Walken's just digging this bit now, and he's flying towards another galaxy. So just as they're about to cut the system off, Hal's put some more codes in and cut the power off to the lab. But the thing is, that telescreen's still on. What's connecting Brace to the system? But he's like proper zoning out now. And then now they say, "Oh, step into the light, Carol Ann." He starts seeing the light. And this tape's run out. Yeah, the tape's run out. So where's he getting this information from? And even though he's experiencing this, he's feeling that overwhelming feeling of love. You know, the one that people who have near-death experiences report.
Yeah.
They feel a warm serenity, like that's pure joy. He's wrapped in that at the moment, and he loves his missus. So then it progresses onto this, like going through this other dimension, and he kind of like spins out a little bit, and it's like, is he brown bread at this point? And then you see all these like angel things going into this light. So this is where we've crossed that theological barrier. We've gone into the realm, from the realm of science into spirituality. You know, this film can't prove what it's dishing out, but this is pretty much describing what a lot of people see when they unfortunately have near-death experiences. So, you know, for want of a better analogy, he's turned into an angel at this point. You know, he's got that capacity to fully leave his body and, you know, go over the cusp.
What I found interesting is that to get to this part here, he actually went through different galaxies in space rather than it's like a traveling thing rather than a spiritual thing. I watched a video recently. I can't remember what it was. It might have been on Area 52, and they was interviewing a remote viewer.
What? There was an Area 52, one more than 51.
Oh, it's another channel. And
sorry.
This guy was interviewing a remote viewer who said that when he followed someone who passed away, and they went to another. He said the soul went to another galaxy and started again. And it blew my mind. Yeah. And then when I watched this, I was like, holy shit. Has he gone to another galaxy? Are these aliens or are these angels? What are they? I just found it interesting they went through space rather than
I think
regard as heaven.
It's the energy, what was your consciousness going back to, like the Neo, it's going back to the source, I think.
Yeah.
You know, energy can neither be created nor destroyed in this universe. So maybe the energy that you've had goes back into the pot and then goes somewhere else and is reused by the universe.
Yeah.
We could be here all night discussing this.
Brian in the Brainstorm.
Yeah. Brian in the chat says, heaven, the Potnacker aisle at Lidl. Sorry, Potnacker was our first sponsor on the channel. I don't know if you've ever had a Potnacker.
No.
It's
is that like a pot noodle?
It's like the Poundland of pot noodle.
Oh my god.
So anyway, Karen says to Michael, you promised you wouldn't leave me. You promised. And he comes back right at the cusp and he says, look at the stars. So this has touched him profoundly. And you look at that, you know, the tape had run out ages ago. And he snogs her and he's putting some fucking real gusto into that. He's proper fucking got his tongue wrapped around back of her tonsils. So he kisses her and then the weird thing is, this is another weird aspect to this film, what makes me question things. Because everything ends up in one of these memory bubbles. So are we experiencing Dr. Brace's life? Did he record his death as well, or did he die? You know what I mean? Is this somebody viewing his memories?
So do you think that links to what you said at the beginning, where reality is a bit blurry and a bit fuzzy, but the dreams seem to be in higher sharper definition?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
This film is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it's one of those questions you don't want answering, is it?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It leaves it purposely ambiguous, because I know it's dealing in an area where we can neither confirm nor deny the facts. So it has to be a bit artistic-y, you know, a bit of artistic license going off here. So it's going to leave it open to interpretation, because it can't imply this is the real deal. Because, you know, the Pope had come round like something from Taken, and the Pope would be, I've got a certain set of skills. I've come here to kill you. You know, it'd be one of those events. It wouldn't end well. But like you say, it raises far more questions than it answers. But isn't it weird how they've used technology to go from the human element into the spiritual domain.
Yeah. Hold on. This film was, I presume it didn't do well at the box office. It's a bit of a cult film.
Right. If I remember right, let me try and find some facts.
Because I'd never even heard of it until the other day when you mentioned it.
It had an $18 million budget, but it made less than 10 million back at the box worldwide.
Obviously, maybe it's just too ahead of its time then.
I don't know, but there's a whole thing because if people aren't aware, Natalie Wood, the woman who plays Karen Brace, she sadly died during the production. It was Thanksgiving weekend, 1981. And she was out on her husband, Robert Wagner's boat with Christopher Walken and the boat's captain. And at some point in the early hours, Mrs. Robert Wagner, a.k.a. Natalie Wood, decided to accidentally take a swim, even though she couldn't swim. Something happened to her. And it's left wide open. It's... Put it this way, a few years ago, Robert Wagner, her husband at the time, became a person of interest in the case. It was reopened. And
Really?
number one from Austin Powers, he became a person of interest in the murder investigation. Because it turned out on her body she was covered in bruises.
Yeah, would that have not come from the fall? Oh no, she went swimming. She didn't fall overboard.
No, she couldn't swim at all. How did somebody who couldn't swim end up or even go near the water if you're inside a boat? Yeah. There is a theory though that there was because she was in the bedroom at the back of the boat, that there was a dinghy tied up to the back of the boat, and it was banging against the side of the boat. So perhaps she went out to try and let it go. I don't think there was a dinghy at the back of that boat because there wasn't 32 coloured gentlemen in it. Notice how I worded that, lads.
Very clever.
There we
go.
Very
clever. I think Gary Neville's going to be put a strike against this channel in a minute now.
Fuck that chump with a rusty rake sideways. Folk like that. Celebrities need to keep the mouth shut about everything.
Yeah.
As soon as I hear a celebrity, right? As soon as I hear any kind of celebrity start going on about anything, about, well, you should be like this, you should be like that, they need to shut the fuck up. This is beyond their scope. You know, they're in the public eye. They have no right to comment on public lives or what's happening to everybody else. Because when you live in an ivory tower, you know, you might have come from nothing, but if you've got all them millions of pounds and now you think you're fucking something, it's not your place to fucking wag your finger at everybody else, because that just makes you look a right James Blunt.
Yeah, fuck them people. Can I just say sorry?
Yeah, sorry.
Sidetracking a minute. Not Brian. It's a shame Natalie Wood wasn't wearing the headset when she went.
Oh, Brian. I'm going to put that up on the screen. Brian, that is too soon, mate. I know it was 1981. That is too soon, Bri. Too soon.
40 years on, it's still too soon.
Yeah, it's still too soon.
I do remember the joke. I mean, 81, how old was I? I was 7. But I always remember the joke that was flying around. It was, what wood doesn't float, Natalie?
Oh, you bastard.
Get hold of that one.
That's you off the Christmas card list. Although I sound like, bastard, you need to do it because I just sound like Woody Allen.
Well, that's you off the Christmas card list.
I could do Woody Allen going, how old are you, my darling? He's another jolly green giant, isn't he? He likes to pick him young and tender.
Yeah. All his girlfriends are always young in his movies.
Well, he ended up marrying his wife's adoptive daughter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, he's a wrong one. He's a fucking wrong one.
Yeah, I know her name's Ping Pong Ding Dong or something, but that's besides the point. You don't adopt a kid and then marry it like 15 years later. Don't worry, she's street legal now. I've seen there's grass on the green, let's play cricket. Dirty bastard. Wrinkly old man, dirty fucking hate wrong uns. That's my biggest downfall. People start talking about wrong-uns and I start losing my shit. I do apologise, guys.
Mostly
But, I've got 6 kids, so...
You ain't got 6 kids.
I have.
Fucking hell.
4 of them are grown up. In fact, I'm going to be somebody's granddad in December.
Fucking no. How old are you?
51.
Mate, you're the same age as me.
Yeah, well, you should have got your dick out your pants more often. No, I've got 4 daughters and 2 sons. 4 of my kids are grown up. Some of my kids are nearly 30.
Oh, my eldest is 27. I've got 4 boys, but
yeah,
hell. Yeah, I'm not ready for being a granddad yet.
I was kind of fortunate because on the first go, we had not identical twins, a boy and a girl. So,
right. Well, I hope they're not identical.
But my missus had a muffle anch on last one, and it's not been touchable since. No matter how many stitches they put back in that, I will never touching its sides again. In fact, I've often thought about buying one of them rubber fannies, what look like a torch.
Oh, like a flesh torch.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, we don't want to endorse any products, rubber or otherwise, or kinky or anything like that.
No, but we now know where this super chat money's going.
Fucking hell, super chat money. If I showed you it's called AdSense, isn't it? I'm getting my head around it.
Right. I don't know.
After 9 months, right? How much do you think I've got in the kitty?
20 quid.
Just double that, and that you're being ballpark. Put it that way.
Oh, really?
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a clue. The answer to everything. That number.
42.
Yep. After since January up to now, I mean, I appreciate everything. That's purely through memberships and people being very generous with supers and whatnot and buying stickers. Right. But I got to the point and I thought, this platform's a bit of a rip-off for punters. So I took the decision today to disable memberships on my channel. I did contact everybody and say, look, I'm turning it off. As soon as everybody's done and you've had enough, I'm switching it off. Because I'm thinking about doing some Patreon because that works out fairer for everybody.
Yeah, a lot of people do the first reaction stuff. We're new to it. We've only been doing it about a year, but it's few and far between because we've got work commitments, etc. But we're nowhere near. But how do people like Nerdrotic and that make so much money out of this then?
Well, with the recent unfortunateness in Utah.
Yes.
I watched one bloke do a live stream about 8 hours after. And I couldn't believe it. It was like watching a one-armed bandit, how much he were raking in. There were people giving him 50, 100, 500. One ding-dong even gave him $500. And I'm like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it.
Somebody,
so who gives somebody $500? Anyway, I'm just going to have a bit of a commercial break. You don't mind, do you guys?
No.
I've got about 15 odd minutes left though, mate, because I've got to get up for work in the morning because
right. Don't worry.
I'm off Wednesday. No, I'm off Thursday, Friday because my brother-in-law's getting married.
I'll take that into consideration, and because you've got to get up early and I've kept you up late, I'm going to call it an hour and 50. But I just need to play this advert.
This December, Just Great Movies explores the greatest science fiction franchise of all time.
Oh, it's coming. Star Trek December on Just Great Movies. And I was dead impressed with that voiceover. It sounds like William Shatner a little bit in places. And that was purely unintentional.
Was that AI?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I didn't pay for it. Oh, dead cheeky. I thought, I'll try this out. And I put it in. And I got around all these voices because they're all crappy, like yank voices under 30. And I thought, no. And I found that one. And I thought, right, OBS, fire it up. Screen record it. Got the audio, no problem.
Brilliant.
It's insane what AI can do now these days. I mean, I've just been seeing some South Park AI episodes.
I'd like to see make your own Terence and hello, buddy. Hello, relax, guy. Trust me. Giving it some old Terence and Phillip.
Mate,
do you know this AI is scary?
I don't know why people are against it. I love it. I'm a graphic designer by trade, and it's fucking decimated my industry. But the stuff that used to take hours to do can literally be done in seconds now.
Yeah,
I'm all for it because I just don't tell my clients. I just go, yeah, it's still gonna cost you £100 quid.
Bastard, you were saying, mate?
Yeah, sometimes use them as thumbnails, or sometimes for my avatars as well. If it's like when I did my Batman stream, I had a Union Jack sort of Batman on there. Yeah. It does save a lot of time, but I don't know, there's something about sort of like putting in the hours to do something of yourself that is kind of more admirable. But you know, if you press for time, okay, AI is very useful.
I think it's brilliant. I've got a friend, me and my friend, we've been playing. Like I said, we're designers, and we've been playing around with it, and it's just mind blowing what can be done.
I don't find it hilarious a lot of the times as well. There's even ever played Resident Evil 2? There's a Mr. X music video as well. Like X is not going to give up on you. It's like it's done in this very soulful sort of romantic song. It's very funny.
Right, I've not seen that.
Yeah, X is not going to give you up if you can find it. It's real catchy as well. It'll be in your head for days.
Yeah.
Right. It's pretty easy to use as well, that AI. Like we've been playing with all the AI generators. I can't remember Higson and all the things like that. And it's actually quite easy.
It is if you know what you're doing and you've got a bit of experience, I guess.
Yeah, but there's so many videos out there. If you're not sure, just watch half a dozen videos, and you can make I won't go into it, but we made a video probably a 10-second video or something we were testing out, and we were like, holy shit! It was like our third attempt, and we was like, Jesus.
Well, if you know what you're doing and you can make it rock, then why not?
Yeah.
And I think, as creative tools go, I mean, if you can rock the old AI and make it work for you, then, no harm, no foul, I guess.
No, adapt or die. That's how I see it. But your Star Trek December, that looks good, man.
It is. And I've got people hitting me up already, like, oh, can we come on? And I'm like, well, I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no.
Right.
I'm kind of taking it how it comes. But everybody's welcome to partake. But it's going to be definitely, because the amount of people that have hit me up about it is going to be on a first come first served basis. Because I don't want to upset people,
Yeah.
So
how many people can you have in one go, Trev?
Well, I never have more than 4. That's the rule. It's very rare that I will have more than 4 people on a stream. I mean, there has been times when I'll go up to 6.
Yeah, I saw one of your videos the other week. There's some geezer in there who's pissed up, and I think you muted him. I think there's about 4 or 5 of you on that one.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about there, and I wasn't particularly impressed. With that because I don't know. It sounded like it was the crack pipe was a rocking.
It sounded like something was going. Well, look, the Star Trek, I know you've got a lot of people involved in that, but I'll chuck my hat in the ring as well. So,
well, like I say,
first come, first served.
Everybody is welcome, but like I say, it will. Be on a fair, because I don't want to say to people on stream, because I've done this before. I've said, yeah, you come on, we'll have a good crack and we'll have a good laugh and whatnot. But a couple of days later, I forgot, because I've got a memory like a fucking sieve. So
I need to start putting names down for people for certain streams as well, because I always forget. And I'm like, all right, did I ask you to come on the stream a while back ago? And it's like, oh yeah, you did. It's like, oh no, you didn't. So, I'm very bad at organising things with people. I am terrible.
Yeah, I'm one of them. Say you'd be late for your own funeral.
Yeah, And I need to start organising properly as well because I'm at 1K now. So I think, I need to
I meant saying congratulations.
Yeah.
That was a cracking stream you did to celebrate your 1K. I loved it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like a few glasses of whiskey. It was a fun night. I mean, single malt as well. You know, if you're gonna
push it boat out with single malt.
Yeah.
I can't remember just off the top of my head. Did I chuck you some pot knacker money? I can't remember because I meant to do, and I don't know whether I did or not.
I'll have a look up the I'll have a look on the stream again anyway because it's only a couple of hours long, so it won't be too long to try and have a look. But if you did, thank you.
Hey, well deserved, mate. Hang on a minute, I can't remember how to do this. Here we go. Just a bit of a plug for Friday Night Shite this coming Friday. I'm taking a hit for the team. On Friday afternoon, I'm going to watch Tron Ares, right? So I can give you a reaction, but I'm going to try and do it without spoilers. I'm not going to be like rigged tomatoes, as I like to call it. We'll also be checking out the latest episode of Peacemaker, and of course, Anything Goes. We love Anything Goes. So I want to say thank you to Northern English Bastard for joining us. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Been a pleasure.
And also Matt from Going to the Pictures. Thank you ever so much for coming on, mate. Really do appreciate it.
Thanks for the invite, mate. It's been a long time coming.
And this is one of those films that you really need to check out because it proper does go under the radar and it's well worth a watch. Douglas Trumbull put his heart into this. And like I say, with Natalie Wood unfortunately dying, MGM pulled it and then Lloyd's of London got involved and wouldn't finance the rest of the film. And they basically held Douglas Trumbull hostage for 18 months until he offered to finish the film off for a very reduced rate. Nice. And that's why it took from 1981 to 1983 for the film to come out. And by that time, Hollywood had lost interest. Thanks, everybody. Catch you soon. See you from 10 o'clock this coming Friday for Friday Night Shite. Thank you, guys.
Cheers.